What is up, everyone? Please take a second to hit that like button. The more likes that we get in a short period of time, the more people the algorithm will bring into the chat to come hang out with us and see what's going on. So please hit that like button. Let me know how you're doing, and happy freedom. Well, we were going to capture Old Man Walter live, and I got to running a little late. He's probably still live up there stammering and stuff, so we're probably going to start with that. We'll do a scheduled rundown really quick, and then we'll get Old Man Walter on the screen. I know you guys can't wait. So there's no press briefing today. Old Man Walter was supposed to be on at 12:45, but he didn't start till like 1 o'clock. Hyena Harris is supposed to be on live at 2:20 Eastern time today. I don't know if we're going to cover that or not. I have somewhere I have to be at 2:30. We'll see how it goes. There was a body found near the White House about 3 hours ago. There was a camera person there. We're going to watch his footage and hear what he has to say about it. And then I came across an article talking about how the FDA is going to allow abortion pills across the U.S. And then if it's still rolling, we'll show Congress doing all the voting and stuff that they're doing. So let's get Old Man Walter on the screen. What's up, Sly Dog? I haven't heard anything about the J6 inmates. I haven't heard anything about that. Happy Freedom Nomad. I'll have to look into it after the live. Nothing standing out to me, but I bet if I dig, I can find some info. Happy Freedom Snooks. Happy Freedom Adrian. What's up, Robert? What's up, Red? What's up, Proud Ankle? What's up, Shanti? What's up, Lifelike? What's up, Blue Crow? What's up, Matthew? Let's see. What's up, Scott? What's up, Jamie and Deborah? What's up, Relic? I don't know what you're saying, Edward. I don't know what you're referencing. What's up, everyone on Twitch? It's nice to see Twitch is still running after it went down the other day, and I thought it was me. What's up, everyone on Odyssey? I couldn't see anyone. I had to reset the page. What's up, Durr? What's up, Nefties? What's up, Steve?
Prostitute.
Appreciate you guys being here. What's up, everyone on Rumble? What's up, Serum? What's up, Never Comply? Appreciate you guys being here. Morning, Anthony. Happy Freedom. What's up, everyone on Facebook? All right, drop some ones in the chat if you're ready for Old Man Walter. I gotta grab something really quick while you guys are dropping them ones. It'll take me just a second. All right, I had to grab something really quick for the live and make sure I'm prepared. Oh, look at those ones pouring in. I guess it's time. First time we're going to see Old Man Walter this year. So excited.
You can clap for that.
Good afternoon. My name is Sarah, and I stand here today a proud union iron worker. I've been a member of Local 44 right here in Cincinnati, Ohio for 30 years. 13 of those years I've dedicated my service to CHC fabrication. When I first became a union iron worker, I didn't know anything about iron working. I didn't even know how to properly read a tape measure. but I heard they had good benefits. Their wages was allowing me to take care of my family. So I decided to take the chance to become an iron worker. As a single mother, it was very important for the benefits. The benefits was really nice benefits. My union has built this city from the ground up. And now, thanks to President Biden's, our leader, and the work of other leaders here today, we are...
Why does she put an S at the end like there's more than one?
It's a boost for the...
You like that wink?
Thank you. It's a boost for the workers,
You can
and it's a
clap for
boost
that.
for the region. That means quicker and faster commutes. Iron workers like me, and my brother and sister iron workers of Local 44, and other tradesmen get the opportunity to work on the bridge. This brings jobs, this brings money, which is very well needed right now, today, in Cincinnati and Kentucky. It is now my honor and my privilege to introduce to you the President of the United States, our President, Joe Biden.
Look at old man Walter. He survived the staircase. Oh, is it time? It's time. This is what I had to get. Now we're all ready.
Have a seat if you have one. Folks from inside the tent, I don't know you're all back there. I tell you, you got to be standing too, huh? All right. Well, look, Happy New Year, everyone.
He's got some groove in his voice.
I'm delighted to see the mayor.
He must be talking to a particular audience.
Mayor of Covington, I should say. He is Covington, I think. Joe Mayor, and the mayor of Cincinnati. And I make sure I got to do this right. Aftab Ferval, did I correct it? Because I want to get it right. He's a hell of a lot bigger than I am. Look, newly elected representative Greg Landsman, he couldn't be here today. He's dealing with trying to figure out who's going to be the next speaker of the House of Representatives. And I wish him a lot of luck. He may be the first freshman ever elected Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Julie, this is like 15 minutes old.
Worked the hardest and the longest to get this done. Sherrod Brown and Rob.
Scream at me, old man.
Significant integrity and people who do what they say. They've been fighting this for years to get the funding to repair the bridge. Sherrod 16 and Rob about 28. They never gave up. They got it done. And a big thanks also to Governor Andy Beshear and Mike DeWine, who worked hand in hand to help get this done. Folks, I'm especially happy to be here with my friend and colleague of many years, and I might add, longest-serving leader in the United States Senate, Senator Mitch McConnell. Mitch, it's great to be with you. I asked permission if I could say something nice about him. I didn't want to. I said I campaigned for him or against him, whichever helped him most. But Mitch, it wasn't easy, and to get this done, and it wouldn't have gotten done no matter all the work so many others have done, and by writing the legislation and dropping it in, it wouldn't have happened without your hand. It just wouldn't have gotten done, and I want to thank you for that. And we have to find common ground to get major legislation done in any circumstance ever, but particularly the circumstances we've been in the last 4 or 5 years have been less than cooperative. And Leader McConnell and I don't agree on everything. In fact, we disagree on a lot of things. But here's what matters. He's a man of his word. When he gives you his word, you can take it to the bank. You can count on it. And he's willing to find...
Take it to the bank.
...for the country. So thank you, Mitch. Thank you.
Come on, man.
And that's exactly what we did in the bipartisan infrastructure law, which got done in no small part because of Mitch's leadership. Folks, look. I wanted to start off the new year at this historic project here in Ohio, and Kentucky with a bipartisan group of officials because I believe it sends an important message to the entire country. We can work together. We can get things done. We can move the nation forward. We just drop a little bit of our egos and focus on what is needed in the country.
I'm waiting for him to say he wants to make America great again.
Brent Spence Bridge. But folks,
That's where he's heading.
talking is over. The bipartisan infrastructure law, we're finally going to get it done. And the law, it's the most significant investment. This whole bill is the most significant investment in American roads, bridges, since the Eisenhower Interstate Highway System. Over $1 billion from the infrastructure law for this. It's going to upgrade the bridge, and the delegation has fought so hard.
They better slow down that teleprompter. You can't keep up.
Here's why it's so important. This bridge connects Ohio and Kentucky, carries Interstate 71 and 75 across the Ohio River. It's on one of the nation's busiest freight routes. Truck traffic on I-75 alone carries $2 billion of freight. $2 billion of freight per day between Florida and Canada. $2 billion. The bridge was built in '63, as you all know, designed to carry 80,000 vehicles a day. Today, 160,000 vehicles cross this bridge. 30,000 of them, as you can see, about 10 have already passed, are trucks. Think about it. A bridge built...
Think about it. It doesn't even sound like Old Man Walter up there speaking.
It's the second most congested truck bottleneck in the entire United States. It doesn't take an engineer to tell anyone in this neck of the woods that the recipe for dangerous accidents, delayed shipments, and notorious gridlock, you're looking at it. Folks around here understand. You all saw what happened 2 years ago.
Y'all saw what happened 2 years ago. Doesn't even talk like Old Man Walter. Who is this guy?
Lost revenues to local businesses, congestion on alternative routes, nightmare commutes. One company called it what everyone else felt.
What is that logo supposed to be on his hat?
This is the United States of America, for God's sake. We know, and now we're proving we're much better than we've been of recent past. The funding
He's killing me.
is going to upgrade the current bridge and to build a second new bridge right next to it for interstate traffic. Look, that'll keep local traffic competing.
More bridges, more doors. That's how it went, right?
Look, it means folks around here will actually be able to use the bridge again to work, for school, for emergencies, without bumper-to-bumper traffic. And it'll be
He's been waiting all day to say bumper to bumper traffic.
first responders will get to folks who need help without delay.
Shout out to First Responder Media.
Efficiently through this area because tractor trailers and other large vehicles will be able to move products to their destination without so much congestion. Look, it's not just here that the infrastructure law is being used, and we're just getting started. We're doing it all across America, from coast to coast. As I speak, the Vice President of the United States is in Chicago today. We're rebuilding 4 drawbridges in the south side, so barge and ship traffic will continue to move in and out of Illinois' International Port. We're going to move product faster and from ships to shelves. Secretary Pete Buttigieg is in Connecticut. We're renovating the Gold Star Memorial Bridge so traffic along the busy northeast corridor of the United States can move smoothly along.
Old Man Walter's trying to be the next El Chapo. Moving major product.
It's going to be in San Francisco. We're upgrading the iconic Golden Gate Bridge so it can withstand future earthquakes and be around for generations to come. It's not just bridges. Already over 1 million households across Ohio and Kentucky.
Let's get those likes up. Share these links out, hooligans.
Infrastructure law didn't exist before. Right across the river in Cincinnati, we're going to award $127 million to replace the old Western Hills Viaduct with a new structure to make freight movement by road and rail more reliable and efficient. A critical piece right at the beginning of this entire corridor, and I know a big priority for you, Mr. Mayor. And on the Tennessee River here in Kentucky, we're investing $465
He's got like a little accent that's not normally there.
Dam to clear barge traffic. And we're going to lead to more economic growth in this area. In Louisville, transforming 9th Street from a 6-lane thoroughfare into an area of large pedestrian zone, bicycles, bus lanes, better public space. In Lancaster, Ohio,
Papa John's.
Hopkinsville, Kentucky, the infrastructure law is helping companies that make batteries.
Sam, he's slanging the Molly Ranchers. He must be. He's got to help his son out, right? He supports his son's business. That's what a good dad does, right?
And we're doing all this with American workers and American products that are made in America. It's a simple concept. I can sum it up in 2 words. Buy American. I don't sign anything that the Congress passes unless it's buying something American. With Sherrod Brown's help, we're making sure that the iron, steel, construction materials that they're building this bridge are made here in America, in the United States, made in Ohio, made in Kentucky, employing thousands of people all by itself. And that's the work we're going to do largely, and it's being largely done by unions, not labor, union. I can say the word, union. Laborers, electricians, carpenters.
For now, until we ban it. Then you won't be able to say it anymore.
Auto workers, and so much more. These are good jobs you can raise a family on, and most don't require a college degree.
Give us that breathing room. Take us to the dining room table.
And America's people and America's future. It's about making things in America again. It's about good jobs. It's about the dignity of work. It's about respect. And folks, it's about damn time we're doing it.
Nah, he just demonetized my video. He did that on purpose.
Come on, man.
For too long, we've talked about asserting American leadership, about building the best economy in the world. But to have the best economy in the world, the reason I pushed this bill to begin with, you have to have the best infrastructure in the world. You can't have the best economy in the world without having the best infrastructure in the world to get products to market, creating thousands of good-paying jobs. For most of the last century, we led the world by a significant margin because we invested in our people. We invested in ourselves. But along the way, we stopped. We used to rank #1 in the world in research and development from the federal government's funding. Now we rank #9. China used to rank #8. Now China ranks #2. We risk losing our edge as a nation. And China and the rest of the world are catching up. Communities in places like Ohio and Kentucky saw factories leave, towns hollowed out, infrastructure start to crumble. Just between 1990 and 2020, Ohio lost more than 350,000 manufacturing jobs. 350,000 lost. Kentucky lost 20,000. Now we're back on track. Folks, where is it written? Where is it written that the United States cannot and will not lead the world in manufacturing once again? We're going to do it. Just since I got elected, we've created 750,000 new manufacturing jobs. Today, just a few hours from here, Intel is investing $20 billion, $20 billion near Columbus to expand what I refer to as the field of dreams, expanding semiconductor manufacturing. That's 7,000 construction jobs, 3,000 full-time jobs, paying an average of $135,000 a year, those full-time jobs, and you do not need a college degree. Micron is investing $100 billion in semiconductors factory in Syracuse. TSMC is investing $40 billion in Phoenix to do the same. $20 billion in Poughkeepsie, New York for IBM. Altogether, there's a commitment to close to $300 billion in major private investment in American manufacturing. And to bring semiconductor manufacturing back to the United States, by the way, we invented it.
What'd he do? He was like struggling to catch up. I think he just like broke off at the teleprompter and skipped down a couple paragraphs. Thank you so much, DK Records, for gifting a membership on YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you.
We didn't have semiconductors. Scores of them are in the engines of every automobile. We invented them. And then we went to sleep.
You can hear his voice echoing and being picked up by the mic. Like the echo is being picked up by the mic. He needs to chill out.
Now we're exporting product and creating jobs. And it's happening in no small part because of another bipartisan effort, the CHIPS and Science Act, which Mitch and all
The Chips and Salsa Act.
they all supported it. It's about revitalizing American manufacturing. It's about America, once again, being the leading edge of technological innovation. It's about America's national security. Folks, it's about one more thing. It's about pride. Simple pride. Pride that I know all of us here today can feel. Pride in our country. Pride in what we can do and what we can do when we do it together. Folks, let me close with this.
Folks, it's not a joke.
Politics being so divisive, there are bright spots across the country. The Brent Spence Bridge is one of them. A bridge that continues and connects different centuries, different states, different political parties. A bridge to the vision of America I know we all believe in, where we can work together to get things done. And thanks to those here today who are in the Congress, who are willing to cross the aisle to get something done. They know passing these two bipartisan laws just by themselves are more important than partisan politics. It's going to make a gigantic difference. Together we're proving our best days are ahead of us. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I've been doing this a long time, folks. Our best days are ahead of us. They're not behind us.
Impersonating Old Man Walter? Been doing it a long time, huh?
I have never, ever, ever been more optimistic about America's prospects than I am today. Never, never. I've traveled over 140 countries around the world. I'll paraphrase the phrase in my own neighborhood. The rest of the countries, the world is not a patch on our genes. If we do what we want to do, we need to do. It's never been a good bet to bet against America. It's never been more true than today. I can honestly say here today, I've never been more optimistic about America's future. We just have to remember who in the hell we are. We are the United States of America, and there's nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together. And I mean it. Think about it. Name me another country.
He sounds way off his rocker.
Sites that didn't complete it. So, folks, thank you all for your
Give him a standing ovation. That was such a moving speech.
senators that are here. May God bless you all. May God protect our troops. Keep the faith. Every time
can
I'd walk
clap
out
for
of my
that.
grandfather finishing a house up in Scranton, he'd yell, "Joey, keep the faith." And my grandmother yelled, "No, Joey."
He doesn't want to let go. First time he's had a standing ovation in a while. He thinks they want an encore. Now he's lost. Look at him. He needs a hand to get off the stage there. They're probably gonna cut the camera. Old Man Walter bringing us into the new year, screaming and whispering at us in the same speech. Our loud, angry ranting of nothingness. He was dropping that infrastructure in his pants right there on stage. Well, we're going to roll until they close it, because I want to see if he falls off the stage or anything important like that. All right. Hats off to Old Man Walter. Ridiculousness. All right. Well, he didn't take the trip off the stage. Give me a second here. All right, moving forward, Hooligans. Came across Penguin6, posted a video. Actually, I think he was live. He might have been live. That might have been how I got the notification. But about 3 hours ago, he had captured footage not too far from a crime scene. Apparently, there was a body found near the White House. So we're going to watch that video really quick. Nothing too crazy to see, but he can explain from his own witness what's going on here. I'm going to drop the link in the chat so you guys can go visit his channel and check this video out for yourself. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but I will do that. Just give me a second. Alright, hooligans, so the link that I sent you will take you to this video that we're going to watch a little bit of. This is Penguin 6. We've covered their lives a couple times. I can't remember specifically what, but that's why I'm subscribed to him. So we'll see what he caught today.
Hey guys, good morning. It is about 10 o'clock, and it appears that a body...
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
I think he has like a Discord chat with him, like WYSIWYG used to do. I think that's what that second voice is.
We think it's a murder that has just taken place earlier today on the ellipse near the White House. This is an area where a number of homeless men congregate. In fact, this is an area that my kids, we just gave some food to the homeless at Christmas, to the fellas there. I hope it's not one of those guys. Morning. So police have closed off this entire street. Homicide team is here. Violent Crimes Bureau is here. We are just over from the White House itself. The White House is right over there. Secret Service, Park Police, and DC Police are on this. It's an area where a number of homeless men congregate. Apparently, I think there's, someone told me there was one in custody. It might be related. They've put up a tent over the body, so I can't see anything.
Happy Freedom Manette. Thanks for being here.
I was out here filming Marine One, and I waited till that was done to come over here. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 homeless guys that hang out up there. There's a steam vent. We fed them at Christmas, and I don't know if it's one of those guys that we fed. I'm shooting video with my big camera, so that'll be on my channel tonight. And apparently it is a violent crime, not an overdose. That's what we're getting. We're picking up.
Alright, well that's pretty much that as far as that video goes. I posted the link in the chat. It'll also be in the description, at least on the YouTube videos if you guys want to go back and check it out, or if you're watching this when it's not live anymore. I've been trying to do better at that, providing the links and stuff. We're going to move forward though. Alright, hooligans, we're going to cover this article by Reuters, if that's how you say that. Caught it right before we went live. US FDA allows abortion pills to be sold at retail pharmacies. I'm going to post this link in the chat so you guys can go through and read the whole deal. All right, hooligans. So the link I just posted in the chat should take you to this article. I'm not going to read through the whole thing. I kind of have some bullet points here we're going to go through. But it mentions in the article that the US FDA is going to allow abortion pills to be sold at retail pharmacies across the US. It's going to be the first time this has ever happened. Even though that there's more and more states seeking to ban what they call medical abortion. So because of Roe versus Wade and all that stuff, a lot of states were given back, well, not a lot of states, all the states were given back the choice of whether or not they're going to allow it and whether or not it's legal there and all that stuff, as many of us know because we covered Roe versus Wade protests and stuff live. So now this is happening. So they're going to be just selling these at pharmacies. This is like their workaround, I guess. What's really interesting is it doesn't just automatically happen. So pharmacies right now can apply, or they can start applying to get certified in order to so they can distribute these abortion pills. It's called mifepristone or something like that. You'll see it in the article. With one of the two companies that make it. So there's only two companies that make it in the world. Apparently all the pharmacies can put in an application to choose one of the companies. And then once they're certified, whenever their application is accepted and passed through, they'll be able to dispense it directly to patients upon receiving a prescription from a certified prescriber, which I would hope would be like a doctor or something, but God only knows, certified prescriber, birthing person, I don't know, okay? I'm learning with you guys. But yeah, so this is a new thing that will be covering the whole U.S. This is their workaround. So if your state doesn't allow a person to go to the doctor and do what, people do, they can go to the pharmacy and take a pill and no more baby. I don't know. Not great. Not great in my opinion, but I don't know. I'll never have one. So, it's not for me to say. It's just for me to share. So here we are. All right, hooligans. So that's pretty much all I have left. I have Congress pulled up so we can watch that. I don't know if it's over or not. We will see, but we can watch a little bit of that. Hyena Harris is supposed to be on in 30 minutes, but well, it looks like Congress is still running. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to watch Congress for a little bit and see what's going on with that. I'm going to read through the chat really quick first, though. Yeah, I appreciate you being here, Chris Cola. I don't know if I can say that, Serum, but I'm with that. Pills that work on themselves. Yeah, Cheryl. I knew they would find a way to work around abortion. Yeah, this is how they're doing it so far.
The gentleman is recognized.
So this is Congress right now. I don't know what's going on, but it's live.
Madam Clerk, the lead vote getter in the last 4 tallies, Democrats are united behind a speaker who will work to codify the right to seek an abortion into law. Like all of us, Hakeem has spoken about consistently the disastrous Dobbs decision. He has spoken time and time again that it is well past time to codify Roe v. Wade into law, and he knows that young women should not grow up in a world with fewer rights than their parents and grandparents. He will ensure that reproductive freedom is enshrined into law. So that's why, Madam Clerk, as chair of the Democratic caucus, I am directed by the caucus to present for election Hakeem Jeffries, representative-elect from New York, as our next speaker.
For what purpose does the gentlewoman from Colorado rise?
I rise to nominate Congressman Byron Donalds.
The gentlewoman is recognized.
I rise today to nominate Byron Donalds, my friend, an amazing man of Florida, an amazing leader, someone who almost even took leadership here in our Republican Party and came very close in doing so, and it was a very brave run that he took. He's a man who understands what tough times look like and has come out of those tough times even stronger, more liberated, and as a leader. Now, we just heard from my respected colleague from Ohio, and he stated some amazing rules that we have been able to get an agreement on, I think. We were threatened pretty heavily in conference, saying if we don't do as we ought, then some of those rules may just go away. But even naming the germaneness rule, which is really fantastic, after Morgan Griffith, well, that was our idea too. My question is, why didn't the supposed leader of the Republican Party present these rules? Why were we fought so hard on these rules? The barrier that still stands in the way of these rules is the structure that prevents us from rolling over. And as my friend from Chip Roy stated, we need the tools and the leadership to do our job correctly. And I believe that Byron Donalds is the man to lead us to that path of getting America on track and uniting the Republican Party. My colleagues and I have worked tirelessly for months to build consensus, to negotiate in good faith, to help unify our party on border security, energy security, debt reduction, term limits, earmarks, among other many common sense policies. But too often our efforts have fallen on deaf ears. Our border is wide open. Inflation is out of control. The Senate just passed $1.7 trillion without our input. So let me be clear. Our job.
Let me be clear. Old man Walter kills me. I got PTSD from this. All right, hooligans, I gotta grab some coffee. I'll be right back.
To get along. It's to use our votes to elect a speaker who will enable us to get our country back on track. Getting the job done is what we were elected to do. And that starts with having a leader who supports Republican principles, builds consensus, and has a proven track record of success. Byron Donalds is that leader. Republicans, including many moderates, have been impressed by Byron Donalds. They're impressed by his ability to work together. They respect his leadership. We see him as someone who can communicate what we are all wanting to do in this House to Americans. And he represents so much more than just his district in Florida. Many millions of Americans all over this nation praise the work and the leadership of Byron Donalds. So let's work together. Let's stop with the campaign smears and tactics to get people to turn against us, even having my favorite president call us and tell us we need to knock this off. I think it actually needs to be reversed. The president needs to tell Kevin McCarthy that, sir, you do not have the votes and it's time to withdraw. And with that, I yield. Thank you.
They're being snarky.
You back?
Yes, ma'am.
The reading clerk will again call the roll.
That person looks lost. It's not like Canada where they're just screaming across the room how they feel. I kind of wish it was like that. Be more realistic than everybody giving a big, bold, fake speech in front of each other. That kills me. That political speaking doesn't come across, I don't feel.
Adderholt.
McCarthy. Aguilar. Jeffries. Alford. McCarthy. Allen. McCarthy. Allred.
Jay Gaming, look at all those tyrants, I'm saying.
McCarthy. Armstrong. Armstrong. Arrington.
What's up, Enterprise?
McCarthy. Auchincloss. Jeffries. Babin. McCarthy. Bacon. McCarthy. Baird.
Eric, this gets boring. Yeah, I normally don't cover Congress unless it's something important. But for them to not pick a Speaker of the House and all that stuff, that yesterday everyone was saying it's been like more than 100 years and that's ever happened. So I figured we should cover it. And I don't have anything else to cover. So once we wrap this up, we're doing the pledge and then we're calling it. But if we can stretch it out to 2:20, we'll cover Hyena Harris and then we'll wrap it up. So we'll see how it goes.
Bean of Florida. McCarthy. Beatty. Jeffries. Bentz.
Tim, a swamp party. Exactly. It's totally what it is.
Jeffries. Bergman. McCarthy. Beyer. Jeffries.
See, Bravo, this is the 5th vote. I think it's the 6th vote. When I started the live, I was watching this, and they were doing what they're doing right now as the 5th vote. Right now, there's no captions on the screen that you can't see. So I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I guess it is. 5th vote for Speaker. I guess it is. It says it at the bottom.
McCarthy. Bishop of Georgia. Jeffries.
Is that guy Ferrari?
Donalds. Blumenauer. Jeffries. Flat Rochester. Jeffries. Boebert. Donalds. Bonamici. Jeffries. Bost.
Last time we seen people up in the stands was January 6th. Catching live footage from people hiding in the stands.
Bowman.
That was a busy day.
Jeffries. Boyle of Pennsylvania. Jeffries. Burkeen. Donalds. Brown. Jeffries. Brownlee. Jeffries.
High Plains Drifter, Mommy Bobart. I remember seeing her Pro 2A video. It was the last year, the year before. It was circulating all over the internet. I watched it like every day for like a week. I love that pro gun stuff.
Bouchon. McCarthy. Baczynski. Jeffries. Burchett. McCarthy. Burgess. McCarthy. Burleson. McCarthy. Bush. Jeffries. Calvert. McCarthy. Kamek. McCarthy. Caraballo. Jeffries. Carbajal.
Yeah, Eric, it's kind of like the border now. We keep finding footage of illegals coming across the border because First Responder Media and Orient Express and them keep covering it. But then we saw the White House press briefing and they were like, oh, nah, it's all good. Don't worry about that stuff. Like, what are you talking about? It's not all good. Not even like kind of, sort of.
Carson.
Don't forget, if you guys want hooligan hats and stuff, we got them on the merch store.
Carter of Georgia.
They're awesome. I've bought like 3 of them now.
Louisiana.
Jeffries. Carter of Texas.
They all look like super villains.
Cartwright. Jeffries. Kassar. Jeffries. Case. Jeffries. Caston. Jeffries. Castor of Florida.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Supernatural Television. Thanks for being here. What's up, Firmus?
Jeffries. Chavez DeReamer. McCarthy. Sherferless McCormick. Jeffries. Chu. Jeffries. Cicilline. Jeffries. Ciscomani. McCarthy. Clark of Massachusetts. Jeffries. Clark of New York. Jeffries. Cleaver. Jeffries.
I'm sitting here pretending like it's not triggering me every time they say Jeffries. They're like Jeffries, and I just want to stand up. I don't know why. I don't know. It's probably from growing up with adults that will not tolerate a what from across the house. You can't do that. Somebody calls your name, you get up, stop what you're doing, go there within slapping range and say, how can I help you? Because that's all you could do, or else you were catching those hands. They're like, Jeffries, I just want to stand straight up.
Donalds.
Diana, how many votes do they need? 218? I'm not sure. I actually don't know that much about Congress. We'll see if some hooligans have some answers.
Cohen. Jeffries. Cole. McCarthy. Collins. McCarthy. Comer. McCarthy. Connolly. Jeffries. Correa. Jeffries. Costa. Jeffries.
Steve Dog, they need 218. Thanks for letting me know. I wasn't sure.
Jeffries. Crane. Donalds.
He said for lunch he's going to McDonald's.
McCarthy. Crenshaw. Crenshaw. Crockett.
You know that room smells like alcohol, diapers, and stale suits. Smells like the back of the closet.
Jeffries. Curtis. McCarthy. Davids of Kansas. Jeffries. Davidson. Davidson. Davis.
Thanks for letting me know, Snooks.
Jeffries. Davis of North Carolina.
Richard, welcome to the most boring episode of America's Got Talent. It's Americans that told us they had talent. That's how they got there, right? Is that how that worked? Something like that.
DeGette. Jeffries. Dela Cruz. McCarthy. Delora. Jeffries. Del Bene. Jeffries. DeLuzio. Jeffries. DeSaulnier. Jeffries. Desjardins. McCarthy.
So even though Hyena Harris isn't supposed to be live for another 13 minutes, apparently they were just live a few minutes ago.
McCarthy. Dingle.
So we're going to switch over to watch this Hyena Harris live. And it's not live anymore, but it was just live. And we'll pop back onto this before we wrap it up, because that's kind of all we were waiting on.
Duarte. McCarthy. Duncan.
All right, hooligans. I don't know what I was thinking. Still hearing the counting in my head from Congress. So we're going to watch this. It's only going to take a few minutes. This is Hyena Harris. This is only a few minutes old. And then we're going to pop back into Congress to see if they come up with a decision. We're going to do the pledge. And we're going to wrap it up. So drop some ones in the chat. If you guys got your coffee ready, you got your water, your tea, whatever you got with you. If you are ready to hear cackling Hyena Harris try and sell us that she's a normal person, like she does every time she's on stage, just connecting with the American people on how we're all just dirty and poor together, the way she talks to everyone. So we'll see what she has to say today about the infrastructure law. I almost spit my coffee out. I'm just hilarious. All right, hooligans, I'm seeing ones in the chat. Let's get her started.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Prostitute.
My name is Chris Penna, and I'm the union president of UAW Local 551, where I represent over 7,000 auto workers at Ford's Chicago Assembly Plant. And we've been building cars for over 100 years there on the Chicago South Side. The workers and our part suppliers rely on these bridges and roadways that this infrastructure project is building. I am born and raised on the South Side of Chicago, a neighborhood steeped in history of communities organizing for change, and home to a critical juncture on the Underground Railroad, a pathway to freedom we honor today. As a proud Latino and second-generation auto worker, I am right from this community. I know firsthand that these bridges are key lifelines to our economy and daily living. With today's announcement, it is also clear the administration understands our needs and the importance of this bridge and reliable infrastructure. This administration is committed to investing in good-paying union jobs, and that commitment shows here today. Our Vice President, Kamala Harris, grew up in a union town.
Prostitute.
And knows the importance of investing in this great country's infrastructure. I am honored to introduce to you the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris.
That music is way too proud for her. Look at her just hugging and kissing on everyone.
Please have a seat. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Chris, thank you for that introduction, and thank you for all the work you've been doing. He and I talked backstage about the 100th anniversary is coming up, and the whole history of the work that has happened here that really is America's history. And I'm very honored to be with you today, and everyone here. We have so many leaders. So I want to thank you all for the work you do, and I want to wish you a Happy New Year. UAW Local 551, thank you.
What'd she do, smoke a cigarette on the way to the stage?
Being an incredible model of the work that is happening around the country. The work you do here is to build Ford cars. And it's here, right here on the South Side.
She looks like she had a couple beers before she got on stage. I know that face.
And across our country who have benefited from your work. I want to thank my longstanding friend, Senator Dick Durbin, for your leadership, for your friendship, and for what you do for the state of Illinois and the people of our country. Thank you, Dick. And Mayor Lightfoot, thank you for the warm welcome always on the tarmac and for your leadership in Chicago. And Mayor Prince, thank you. From Gary, I talked with you about my previous visits there, and Gary really is part of the history of our country as well, so thank you for your leadership and being here. And of course, Cook County Board President Tony Print.
It's like really bad.
and for your leadership.
Like worse than normal.
And of course, among the people that must be thanked first and foremost is our President, Joe Biden. So when President Biden and I took office,
3 children clap their hands.
we vowed to fight for every person in our nation, every American, in every community, in every corner of our country. Because you see, the President and I, and we all here, we believe in America's greatness. And we know that greatness is powered by the incredible ambition and aspiration of the American people. We see what can be, unburdened by what has been. We see, as Americans, opportunity where others might see obstacles. We don't just shoot for the moon, we plant our flag on it, especially when we fight, not as Democrats or Republicans, but as Americans, for our shared future and our common destiny. That is how we best meet every challenge and overcome every obstacle. And that is how we build a future where everyone has the tools and the support they need to live a life of possibility, prosperity, and most important,
Happy freedom, Robert.
after
Captain Seamus, the Xanax is strong in this one. Maybe that's what it is.
building that better future.
She's got Nancy's stash with her. Found it on the plane.
President Biden often puts it, from the bottom up and the middle out. And I'll add, from the outside in. With your help, we capped the cost
She let the whole outside in. Is that what she said?
for our seniors.
That's not right.
That's about dignity.
2.5 people clapping.
That also allows our seniors to have more money in their pockets to pay for their retirement. We invested billions of dollars to make semiconductors right here in America so that factories like Ford and the plant here on the South Side can use American-made parts to keep assembly lines open and make supply chains more resilient. We will remove every lead pipe in our nation. Why? So that our children can drink clean water and grow up healthy to fulfill their God-given potential. And all of this brings me here today, the largest investment in our roads and bridges in 70 years of America's history.
She's in Chicago hoping someone will just walk up and insert themselves. Like Corinne was saying yesterday.
95th Street Bridge behind me. For many years, this bridge and 3 more nearby have served a critical role for communities in Chicago and Northwest Indiana.
You guys ready to buy some bridges? They're selling bridges today. Old Man Walter and Hyena Harris out here selling us bridges.
On their way to work or taking their children to school. For thousands of truck drivers, this is a part of their daily route. And dozens of times a day, these bridges are raised so that ships can travel from Lake Michigan all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. Millions of Americans who have never heard of this bridge and will never cross it rely on products like meat and eggs that cargo ships bring across it. Or drive a Ford car whose parts passed through here and was built by UAW 551. These products are made in America. This bridge is how they are delivered to America. But for decades, there's been an underinvestment in our infrastructure, which caused Americans to feel the consequences in ways big and small. Take the 95th Street Bridge, which was built in 1958. It has not had a major repair in decades. The result, detours and delays for families on their way home for dinner. Ambulances and fire trucks delayed when they respond to emergencies. And it means backups and load limits that waste fuel, increase pollution, raise delivery costs, and disrupt supply chains. It means supply chains that are disrupted, so much so that the result is empty shelves and higher prices at the grocery store for families, delivery delays for small businesses, suppliers that cannot fill their orders, and factories that run fewer shifts, which leads to cuts to hours and wages. The consequences of infrastructure underinvestment have been a familiar story in cities and states across our nation. About 43,000 bridges, almost 1 in 10, show signs of severe distress in our country. And you know, for years people talked about this problem, but now I am proud to say we will finally fix this problem. Earlier today, our President Joe Biden traveled to the Brent Spence Bridge, which connects Ohio and Kentucky, to announce the first round of some $12.5 billion to replace, rehabilitate, and improve some of the busiest and most important bridges in states across our country, including the Gold Star Memorial Bridge in Connecticut, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, and these 4 bridges across the Calumet River.
Tin Man, it's your birthday? Well, happy birthday to you. I hope today kicks ass for you.
So that people in South Deering and East Side can walk or bike to work instead of drive if they wish, which saves them money and is better for our planet. We will eliminate load limits for trucks and improve the bridge raise process so that more boats can carry goods up and down this river, and so businesses can ship more products to more markets. This is also about jobs. We will put thousands more Americans to work in good-paying union jobs. Jobs for laborers, operating engineers, carpenters, and iron workers who will repair, weld, and restore these bridges. Jobs for Teamsters who will drive their trucks over these new bridges. Good jobs at good wages. Jobs people can take pride in as they build America's future. So I'm here today because this bridge represents a very simple point. When we invest in our infrastructure, we invest in our economy, we invest in America.
They just sound worried that people can't get to work and pay them with our taxes. That's all it really sounds like to me. It doesn't sound like any concern for us. They're concerned we won't make it to work to pay them with taxes.
So as the days go by, you will see it in a new
Infrastructure. That's their payment structure.
or a new wind turbine or cutting-edge solar panel that will cut energy costs and protect our planet, or a new water heater in your home.
Getting rid of these people would protect our planet.
And pollution. The bottom line is this. President Joe Biden and I are making this better, brighter future real, and everyone here is an integral part of that. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless America. Thank you.
Angry Toad, you lift, bro? I think gym workout stream would be a fun addition to your content, plus trying times we should all be in our best shape. I absolutely agree. I do not go to the gym, though. I have been thinking about doing weight training videos and stuff because I lost almost 30 pounds eating right and working out for only 10 minutes a day without even laying on the floor. And a lot of people seemed really interested when I told them that. And so we may add something like that to the show. I'm still figuring it out because I'm really big about self-development and stuff like that, mentally and physically, because I want everyone to be happy and whole. And you're absolutely correct. If you're not fit, you can't fight. And if you need to fight and you're not fit, you're gonna have a hard time. You may not come out the other side. So I totally agree. It's important to be fit, especially in the times we live in right now. All right, hooligans, I'm going to give my whole spiel here about the Linktree link. But first, this stack of boxes right here, this is for the unboxing. And I think we're going to do it tomorrow for Coffee with Hooligans. Instead of me waking up early and digging for a bunch of articles and stressed out and grinding my teeth when I first open my eyeballs, we're going to spend a portion, if not the entire show tomorrow, doing the unboxing for everything that you guys sent me for Christmas, which is super awesome. And I appreciate all of you guys. I really don't know what's in the boxes. I know there's nothing dangerous or illegal because I opened them up to check for that. Ticking things, weird sounds, strange smells, things of that nature. Did not find anything like that, but I don't know what's inside. So we'll all be surprised to see what it is. See, Bravo, I got a 10-pound barbell. I have no idea what's in there. It could be funny things, sentimental things. I don't know. I just assume it's going to be awesome. So tomorrow we're going to do it because Friday there's supposed to be a Supreme Court case, and I don't know what time it's supposed to start, but I think we're going to end up covering that. And it's usually busy on Friday. And instead of waiting for the end of the week and hoping for the best, I figure we'll just schedule it for tomorrow. So tomorrow, expect the unboxing during Coffee with Hooligans. Did you guys even see my logos? I stayed up all night making these logos. Let me see how I switch the camera around. You guys see that Coffee with Hooligans logo? I got it on the home screen too. You guys didn't even say anything. Like, come on, man. Do all this stuff. Nobody was like, hey, cool logos, Jeff Mac. No, none of that. You guys are mean. All right, let me give my spiel about this Linktree link that I tell you guys about all the time because it is important that you click it, check it out, and then we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Ahem. All right, everyone, please find the Linktree link. On the Linktree list, you can find the link for Gilded. It is free. It's the best way to receive notifications for when and where we go live, no matter where we go live. You'll also receive notifications for important updates and things like that. There is a news board to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world, and there's tons of hooligans to hang out with every day, all day. Also on the Linktree list, you can find the merch store link if you would like to grab some merch. We have shirts, hoodies, stickers, and everything is presented in black and white, but comes in many colors. So if you find an item or a design that you like, click on the item. You'll see it comes in a variety of colors because I know everybody doesn't want to wear black like I do. You can also find links to send donations and support what I do. There's also an Amazon wish list if you would like to send me stuff. Anything you purchase off the list will just automatically be sent to me. That's how a lot of these items got here. It's a hassle-free way to send me stuff. And finally, there is links to join the membership program on any platform: Gilded, Discord, Rumble, Odyssey, Twitch, YouTube, everything, wherever you hang out. If you would like to support in that fashion, you could subscribe to the membership program. A lot of times you'll get a badge or like a cool name color and stuff like that. The details will be in the program when you sign up. And that's my deal with the Linktree. So please go check that out. All right, hooligans, it's Pledge of Allegiance time. Of course, I guess I'm stuck in my throat when I have to be all loud and by myself. Gary, no, I have not seen Duel. I'm working on it. Thanks, Mandy. Thanks, Snooks. Appreciate you guys. Grey Wolf, yes, I am still on Rumble. Right now, we are currently live on... Okay, well, I can't read the list, but off the top of my head, we are live on 2 YouTube channels, a Twitch channel, an Odyssey channel, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, maybe Telegram, and I think that's it right now. We're live in like 10 or 11 places as of right this second. Either way, everyone watching on all platforms, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You gotta say it like you mean it, or else don't say it at all. All right, hooligans, that is that. That's all we have on the schedule for today, unless something crazy pops up. I won't see you guys until tomorrow. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to do the unboxing tomorrow. we might cover some news and stuff if I find stuff worthwhile. You probably noticed that we don't only cover the news. We're trying, no, not MySpace, Captain Seamus. Not yet, I'm working on it. My Jeff Mac MySpace is like 20-something years old, and it still exists. Pretty, just pat myself on the back here. I've been trying to change things up other than covering the news. News is fine and all. A lot of us are burnt out on the news, especially when there's nothing going on and we're forcing it. So that's why we've been talking a lot about crypto, AI, technology coming out. How cold is it for cats? All of that stuff. I'm trying to move towards current events, popular topics, science and technology, and then any kind of fun stuff we like in between. As someone had mentioned, working out. I've thought about that. I'm not necessarily working out on the camera. We'll see about that. But self-growth, like I'm always telling you guys on Sunday, recharge your batteries and stuff like that. Oh, we're getting buffering? I don't know what that's about. Well, regardless, we'll wrap this up. I appreciate you guys. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, join the membership program, or purchase any merch. I appreciate all of you, and I would not be able to do this without you. So thank you guys so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.